Yes, it's the long-awaited episode 50 Aussie Mac Zone. How you doing this week? It's Glenn. I'm back. Yes, and we're all back from a week's hiatus. I hope you didn't miss us too much, but we are indeed back. We've got another big show for the show number 50. So for those of you who are counting, and it is brought to you by Aussie Tech Heads Web Hosting, and you can find them at athwebhosting.com.au. Let's introduce Michael. Hey, Michael, how you going?
Good, Glenn, mate. Very good to be back again. Nice week off, and we're ready to go.
We are. We're recharged. As the WWDC it was just information overload, wasn't it?
It was. Boom, yes.
It blew our minds, and we had to regather our thoughts and regather our composure. And yes, we were just like a week of just slime, just like a person with no bones, just skin and slime. But anyway, we reconstituted ourselves, and we're back. Okay, so what's been going on? You've been just doing your thing down there what do you do down there? Macland, fixing Macs and all that sort of stuff.
Loving it. Yeah, just cruising along, doing my job.
Good. Have you
catching up on the paperwork? That's the dreaded paperwork. Coming up to tax time, of course.
Oh yes. How bad is tax time? Anyway, do you get busy? Do you find you get busier towards the end of the tax year, or is it ease off?
Oh no, this year's been pretty quiet.
Yep.
Normally you do get busier, but yeah, obviously people aren't a bit afraid still, I think, of the new budget.
Yeah, yep. It seems to be gaining traction. I think it'll probably go through. It has to go through, I suppose, at the end of the day. Otherwise, what are they going to do? Like, they've got to rethink everything? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does that happen? Do they have to rethink everything? I don't know. I think it'll go through. But anyway, this is not about the budget. This is about the Aussie Mac scene. Now, you haven't seen any of this, have you? Like, we all know what Snapchat is, but have you guys heard of Snapchat the drug? There's a drug out called Snapchat. Australian police have issued a warning about a new drug called Snapchat, branded with the Snapchat logo. So I downloaded Snapchat once, because it's also an app, by the way, for those that don't know, and I didn't really like it. Snapchat, the app, you take a photo, you can send it to someone, and you can determine how long it remains, say, alive. So I'll send a photo to you, say it's a picture of, I don't know, my face, and I say, look, I don't want you to hold on to this photo. I only want you to have it for 5 seconds. So I put a time limit of 5 seconds on. You open it, you look at it for 5 seconds, then it deletes. That's pretty much how it works, I think, Michael.
That's right.
That's pretty much it. But anyway, there's a drug. I don't know why it would be called Snapchat. But anyway, 4 men were sent to hospital in Darwin. It always happens up in Darwin, doesn't it? All the good stuff over the weekend after taking a new drug.
Closest they can get to Bali without being in Bali.
Yeah, probably. So you take this drug and you start showing symptoms of wild aggression, hysteria, and amongst other things. Now, yeah, this is just not on, is it? The pills come in 2 colours, pink and blue, with green flecks and bear the Snapchat logo. There is no affiliation with the app. Oh, just as well they mentioned that. I was starting to think there might have been something funny going on there, thinking, why don't they go knocking on the door of Snapchat? But, no, thankfully. So anyway, they contain ingredients as dangerous drug known as bath salts. Just take the pills and chuck them in the bath then. 1 man was sent to intensive care, blah, blah, blah. So you got the idea. So obviously, why would you go and take a drug anyway?
Steer clear, but...
Yeah. That's right. It's what happens here. You certainly don't want to be putting this into your body. It's nothing new. This Snapchat is a new logo, but it's the same poison. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Northern Territory Chief Medical Officer said, we know that these types of drugs, there is a potential to have a heart attack, to have something called malignant hypothermia, where you essentially cook your brain. So the message is, don't take the drug. Well, that's pretty obvious, isn't it? But anyway, I don't know what happens when you take it. You must feel pretty good, wild and hysterical maybe. But anyway, that's what's going on over there in Darwin.
But I just thought I'd stick it in because of the Snapchat.
Yes, the affiliation. Well, non-affiliation, but the relevance to the app. Yes.
So that's our community service announcement.
That's right. Drugs are bad, okay? Now, WWDC, we mentioned it. We're back. We've got ourselves back together. Now, what's going on there? Michael, there's videos everywhere.
Yeah, well, there's about 107 videos that you can watch of all of the sessions. So for those who couldn't afford to go, or those like me who like to sort of try and catch up on everything that's happening, because people ask you about every little thing that happened there.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just, you can just log on, start watching them. You don't have to be a paid up member. You have to be a member of the developers group, but you don't have to be a paid up member, because they do
Right.
have free memberships.
Mm.
And only a few years back, this used to be like $500 worth of information just to get some of these videos. And now they've done nearly every session they had over the whole time that the conference was on. So I think
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it's great.
That's real good.
They've been really open about it, like it's Apple, and they're being this open about it. So,
well, I think it's just they're taking an opposite route to Microsoft. Microsoft's starting to close up, like with their developers' access to content, public content, and Apple seems to be going the other way. You know, they're I think this is a good thing, because if you don't have developers, if you don't have people like young guys, 16 years old, you know, these guys sit in their bedrooms now. They're developing apps. They're coding. They're doing all this stuff. They haven't got $500.
Well, the youngest guy at WWDC this year was 13.
Yeah, there you go. So
and he got a scholarship to go. Like, they have scholarships for kids to go to the developers conference.
Yeah, so
and he got one of them.
Yeah, like what kid's got $500 to
That's right.
so well
to even learn. Yeah, it's just learning.
Yeah, so that's good. Like, I wasn't aware that there was all these videos are up there. I just thought it was the keynote, and Michael's advised me that no, there's 170 odd up there, so that's enough for you to 107 in total. Now, can you download these and keep them for prosperity, or they're just one watch wonders?
You would have to go through another app to do that, I think.
Right.
Like, you can have fun running in the background that records what you're downloading.
So they're available at this site, www.tuaw.com.
That's who did the story.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So they're available from the Apple site.
Yeah.
More or less. Yeah. Okay, cool. So they're not podcastable. So that's what I suppose I was trying to get at, was you can't download them to keep. You stream them. They're streaming rather than okay, cool. Yeah. So did you know actually there was, I think it was PA who sits in our lounge quite regularly there. I think it was him, unless it was you, Michael. I'm not sure. I'm getting confused. But someone told me that did I see the iPhone 6 at the keynote? Was that you or PA? I can't remember.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, because he said the guy that was up there on the stage, and when he was demoing the iPhone functions, had a phone that had a screen from edge to edge, and presumably that was an iPhone 6. I reckon it was a Mac Mini. I mean, a iPad Mini. But anyway, I don't know. That's a good rumor anyway, isn't it?
Good rumor, yeah.
But so I'm not sure if you're going to talk about the iPhone 6 at any stage later in the show. Are you?
We can talk about anything you like. That's the best part about the show.
I didn't want to preempt any show notes. That was all.
No, I haven't got anything in there. No.
I was just going to say, I heard today that there was leaked photos of the iPhone 6. Have you seen any of those?
Yeah, they were on our website yesterday or Friday. I can't remember now.
On your news page.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. There you go. So, yes, well, I had a non-tech person tell me about that today, and I went, oh, I haven't seen those. I don't pay much attention to those sort of things. But do you think that they are actually iPhone 6s, or do you think they're a mock-up, or do you think that's just all rubbish?
I haven't seen any credible, except for maybe a back of one. But I haven't seen anything credible other than that.
Yeah. So you haven't seen any on bar stools again this year? That's all. That's all.
No, I keep hanging around those bars as much as I can. I can't find one.
You're hanging around the wrong ones, or maybe the right ones. All right.
Just talk about that, like the mock-ups. If you, even things like, some have got the home button in the middle of the black or the white, whatever you want to call it, down the bottom. Some have got it towards the edge. Some have got borders all the way around. Some don't. It's just you can do anything with Photoshop and a bit of stretch.
Oh yeah, I love the stretch. Yeah, you can do all that sort of stuff, but who knows what it's going to be? When's the generically going to come out? Is September, late September release normally?
Normally, yeah.
And when is it normally flaunted? About early September.
Yeah. It's pretty hard to say, but yeah.
Yes, because normally they launch it, and then a couple of weeks they'll say, "Oh, this will be available in a couple of Fridays' time."
Yeah, they say it'll be available in America next Friday, and then it'll be available in other countries the Friday after, and then another Friday. And
yeah, so look, coming up to this new release, yes, I got the 5. I could probably see myself upgrading to the new one when it comes out. I suppose probably just keep paying me MRO the same. So.
So there's another story that says, all right, that they're going to replace it with a 4.7-inch screen and then a 6-inch screen 3 months later. So does that mean no one's going to buy the 4.7 when they first release it while we wait and see whether they actually release a 6-inch screen 3 months later? Or
is the 4.7 what we got now?
No, 4.7 is slightly bigger again, isn't it?
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I really don't know, but yeah, look, it doesn't worry me. I'd say the screen doesn't really worry me. I'd use that a little bit bigger. Yep, bigger again.
Yeah,
I'm happy with the size as it is. To be quite honest,
as long as you can use it in one hand, that's the only thing that.
Yeah, that's right. That's the only thing I'm worried about as well. But yeah, all right. Now your dull tip of the week. What is it? What have you got? You're having problems with PIN codes or something.
I know, just because of those fake extortion attempts that were recently going around. So I just think people should set up a PIN code on the phone. So you've got to enter a PIN to do anything on the phone. You can still answer a call without actually having to enter a PIN.
Right.
If you've got a 5S, you can use the fingerprint identification. But just to do that and your 2-factor authentication, and then your security is way up there, and it's pretty straightforward. So, I'll put some links up later on for you to Apple's support page just to say how easy it is. It's only like 3 steps, and you're in setting up 2-factor authentication, and it's very important these days.
Yeah,
I had a phone call today actually from someone saying that my computers were playing, from a certain country, and that my computers were playing up, and they could see there was something wrong, and that I should go in and
let them have access. And
but if I wasn't driving, I could have stretched out, but I was driving, so I gave up.
Yeah, look, I've had one of those. I played along with it for the first time and wasted a good half an hour with them. But I just got one, probably I think it was yesterday or the day before, and they go, "Hello, I'm from Microsoft. Your Windows machine is throwing out a lot of errors." I just go, get stuffed, and hang up on it. So I don't even care. I don't care. Just hang up on them. Yeah. Just hang up. They don't care. They're trying to scam you. So yeah, who cares? But
I just think if people should put a PIN on straight away and set up 2-factor authentication.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I've got just the 5 at the moment, and I just have the swipe to unlock, and if it locks, I'll put the PIN in. That's enough for me. Yeah. I don't know if I'll go further than that. Is there any need to? You got.
It just means that they can't go in and can't guess your password and change it.
Yeah, I suppose. No, I don't care.
I mean, right. And then then buy a couple of $100 worth of iTunes songs.
Yeah, right. But then it'd be on my account, so I'd have them anyway, wouldn't I?
Yeah, but they might be in a language you can understand.
But they might just annoy me, those songs.
The Russian doll dance.
Yeah, or Boney M or something. Yeah. Something really crappy, the Carpenters, or geez, something real bad. Crash Craddock.
The South Australian Crows Football Club song.
Oh yes, the 1967 version, the original. All right. Okay, so next we've got what's this? A hidden feature in iOS 8. There we go. What's this about? It's not even out yet. You found a hidden feature already.
Oh, they have. Everyone's been going through them. So,
you're not one.
Those mobile marketing companies just keep getting information from anywhere they can.
So you're not one to put on development software, are you?
No,
right.
No, but I just pay attention to everything that's going on.
Yes,
I try to. And
yep.
Go on.
No, I was just going to say, so the iOS 8, I think Eric from the Aussie Tech Heads, he likes to dabble he puts all the development software on and so forth. If you haven't seen the keynote from the WWDC. I would recommend you go and watch it. It goes for about 2 hours, but gee, it is interesting, and you know. You probably, whatever side of the fence you're on, and obviously you're on the right side of the fence listening to this show, but it just makes the products just come to life. It makes you just really want them right now, doesn't it? It's just, I want them now. Look at all the stuff they can do, interacting with the Mac, with your iPhone, with your iPad, and all this. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. But yeah. So anyway, sorry, Michael. Keep going with your.
But I think you're right. Except I think it shows you that they do care about the developers, because they really could get most of it going tomorrow, but then the developers are just becoming in dribs and drabs instead of giving the developers a chance to catch up.
Yeah, because they're even released the Mac OS X, or OS whatever it is, the new OS X.
Yeah.
What is that? What is that? What it's called?
10.10. Yeah,
10.10. They've released that as a public beta.
Yosemite.
So, that's right. Yosemite. Yeah, they've released that as a public beta, and you know you've got this for free. Anyone can free download it and put it on their machine, and then Windows seems to be going in the opposite direction, which crazy. It's just like it's just it never stops trying to come back into balance.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, sorry. This iOS hidden feature.
So what they've done is they've set up basically so the MAC address, which is the machine access code. It's an address that Bluetooth has, wireless has. It's just a long string of numbers and letters there for every phone's got it. So every Wi-Fi device has got it. Computer, anything with Bluetooth's got an address. They've made it so that it's totally randomized. So it doesn't actually know that I'm in Brisbane this week and in Melbourne next week, and that I'm a rich traveller. I could just be, so that it makes it harder for them to target their advertising.
Yeah. Okay. So they're sending. Why are they sending out the MAC addresses now? Like the actual MAC address. That's so that the Wi-Fi, wherever you may be, can handshake with your device to talk to it.
Yeah. It's just information that two devices send to each other that confirms what you are, and because the MAC address will actually say what brand of equipment it is and all that sort of thing.
So what they're going to do now is that they're just going to randomify your MAC address before it gets sent to the whoever's sucking it up.
The other piece of equipment will know that it's an Apple piece of equipment, but they don't particularly know it's my iPhone that walk past it every morning at 8 o'clock.
Yes, right. Yeah, well, that's probably a good idea. You don't want. Well, it's a form of tracking, I suppose. If people put all the dots together, join the dots, well, they could find out what's going on.
Yeah,
you don't want that. Yeah. No. A Swiss programmer, what's this? Frederick Jacobs pointed out on Twitter yesterday. iOS contains a little MAC address change with big implications. Oh yeah, it's automatically randomized. So it was Frederick Jacobs. He's right into it. So that's good. Now I think the other week I ask you about moving where are my iPhone and iPad, or let's just call it iOS backups held on my Windows machine, and I did find them. And I did move them. But, look, I might have to talk to you again later and get some proper instructions. But I tried to set it so it would save it to another drive, but I couldn't do that. I had to do DOS prompt entries and all this sort of stuff. Is there do you know an easy way? Or you'd have to research that?
No, I'd have to research, because on the Windows one, I'd have to research it a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we'll put that one in the research basket. Now, my other question is my connection. Like, I've got a Mac on a Windows network. Now, the Mac keeps dropping the server, like the connection to the server or to the other computer. Why would that be? Do you think?
Is it what is it running 10.9?
It's running Maverick. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's been a sort of funny implementation. It's running SMB2 is what they run, not SMB, and that's not quite perfect the way Apple's implemented. I know it is improving, but so the suggestion for that is to, instead of putting SMB:// and the IP address and the share, or the server name and the share.
Yep.
You put CIFS://
Right. Okay.
And that may fix it. It definitely makes it a bit more stable.
Now, when you do network your drives, they do auto connect at logon, or is it not until they'll connect when you try and view them?
You can set up to do auto connect, or you can click it to then go in and auto connect.
Right. Okay. And then
the way I do it, just for reference, is Apple menu, system preferences, accounts. Click on the user and then put it in the login items there. So every time that user logs in, it automatically connects to the server part that they're supposed to connect to anyway.
Right. Okay. Yeah, because I noticed, because I'm trying to also. How would you say I know how you do it in Windows terminology, just map a drive, but in the Apple, like I can find it in the share in the left hand side of the Finder, and then I can get the drives in the right hand window. But then how do I make? I'm thinking the proper way is make an alias. Is that what I'm doing?
What I do is I just drag it down into the dock on the right hand side of the dock.
Oh yes.
So you drag that blue icon with the people holding hands.
Yes.
It shows up as a shared drive. I drag that down into the dock.
Right.
And put it there.
Right.
Then I change it so it looks like a list, and then it looks like a folder, as opposed to being one of the things that splay open, because people still have trouble understanding that. And then every time someone clicks on it, it'll auto mount it from there too. If you've set it up so it's got their username and password, you've ticked the box that says save username and password.
Yep.
They double click on that and it'll open up as well.
All right. Okay. All right. I know I've got other questions about connecting, but I'll hold them off until next week. I might write them down, because it's things like I loaded up Picasa on my wife's MacBook, and I wanted to point it to the Photos store on the server, but for some reason Picasa, when you loaded Picasa up, it wouldn't keep the connection with the alias or whatever. It gets really confusing. But anyway,
don't know. I've never actually used Picasa in my life, so I'd have to research that one for you.
Oh, okay, no worries. All right, well that's
and
a bit.
Our hero's back.
The who?
Our hero's back.
Oh, here he is.
Hello.
Oh, he's back, but he's on 3G or something.
I'm on. I'm on my phone, traveling around, but had to join you boys for show number 50.
All right. Oh, so you're still traveling?
Excellent.
Always traveling.
Yeah, right. Cool. So, what's been going on, Jace?
Just still getting around what's in iOS 8 and Yosemite. So plenty of good things there, and haven't downloaded any of the betas yet, but still going to have a look at that.
And
I think
he's 3G. He's 3G. Must be in the boonies. He's in the.
There we go.
Here he comes. Here he is.
Back.
No, he's done. All right. So, all right. So now, Michael, while Jace is mucking around with that, you've had a couple of very depressed customers this week.
Yes. Yeah.
What's
been
happened?
very, very frustrating. Their hard drives have failed, and they've had either no or out of date backups.
That's not very good.
No, it's not. And the price of hard drive, it just kills me, because the price of hard drives these days is so cheap compared to when, like, my first 10 megabyte hard drive,
yes,
was about $1,100, and that was I was making it. I made the case and
yeah, right.
And the electronics inside, and I work for a company that actually made external hard drives for Macs, but and now you can get 2 terabyte, 2.5-inch drive, for like $149. It's just, and they're so easy. You plug it in. The Mac says, "Do you want to use this as a backup?" You go, "Yes." If you have to, it'll walk you through the formatting of it. If you don't have to, it'll just start using it straight away.
So so you've been very depressed by the looks of it, and so you can buy, as you said in your notes here, you can buy a 2 terabyte drive for $149. Recovery charges start at $180 and work their way up to thousands.
Yeah. But basically, $180 if you can get the data out reasonably easy, and then it goes $750, $1,500, $2,500.
So what do you reckon you get for $750? Like, is that when the drive won't power up?
Yeah. You can pull it apart, put another motor in it.
Yep.
Go from there. But you remember, you're supposed to do it in a clean room and all this sort of stuff. It's the equipment and the time is what makes the $750.
Yeah, and then you got
the $1,500. You got to you've got to attach heads and realign them with oscilloscopes and that sort of thing.
Oh my god! Yeah, right. And the $2,500, that'd be getting down to putting the platters in in different
realigning platters and stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy sort of stuff.
It's a lot of work. And like Western Digital. Like originally in the early days, if you had a 300 gig Seagate file, you could swap a 300 gig Seagate board for board because the boards on them are known to fail.
Yeah,
but you can't do that with Western Digitals anymore because you've got to change chips around because they look at the serial number on the hard drive of a chip and all this sort of crap.
Is that, you think that's a security thing, or is that just a what should I say, a pain in the ass thing?
Yeah, well, I think it's just a PIA thing.
Yeah, a pain thing. Yes, fair enough. So
it's got to be a financial thing because So
there
wouldn't be any need for it because it didn't do it before. Yeah,
that's right. So what's the best way to back up? The easiest way, if you had no idea what you were doing, what's the easiest way to back your data up?
Get a hard drive from Harvey Norman, Officeworks, your local Chinese computer shop.
Yep.
Like anywhere. Plug it into your Mac, your USB port of your Mac, and Time Machine will say, "Do you want to use this as a backup?" And you go, "Yes."
So you're saying you're not buying just a internal drive. You're buying like a Western Digital
USB drive.
Yeah, Western Digital. What are they called? Books or something.
Yeah,
Essentials.
Western Digital, Seagate.
Yeah, that's right.
Toshiba.
Right. Because they also they'll come with software as well. Other than Time Machine's the Apple software.
Don't need any software.
Right.
Don't need anything.
So Time Machine will go, "Hey, you just put a drive in. What do you want to do? Backup or what?"
Yeah.
And just says, "Do you want to use
this as a backup?" Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Jace, you go.
You probably want to buy two. So the other thing you want to look at is obviously hard drive failures an issue, but if it was to be lost or stolen, or you have a fire or something like that, you want to have an off-site copy. So again, given the cheapness of hard drives, or even services like CrashPlan and that must be around $100 a year. It just gets that critical data, your spreadsheets, your Word documents, that novel you're writing on, or your photos, just in a second location, which is very important as well.
So if you've got more data than what these little drives will hold, so if you were to unplug it from Time Machine, plug in another one, so you can depict what is backed up, and so I suppose more importantly, will the Mac say you plug in, say, drive 1 again after you've plugged in drive 2 and 3, you plug your drive 1 again, it'll know that it's drive backup 1. You know what I mean? So it'll say, "Oh,
Mavericks lets you have multiple drives in Time Machine backups, and it just knows it.
Right.
If not,
I think the database is on the drive, isn't it, Michael? So the database for Time Machines is on the actual drive that it's being backed up to, so it keeps track of it that way. It knows.
Yeah. But in
what relates to what? Yeah.
Yeah, but prior to Mavericks, you have to go in and choose the drive.
Right. But I suppose these days, though, essentially, you get I think you can even get these external drives now 3 terabytes. So essentially, the internal drive of your Mac is not going to be more than 2 or 3 terabytes. Will it? So,
that's correct.
So if you buy the biggest one you can, you'll be safe. You'll be right.
Yeah. The other good thing with Time Machine is, say your hard drive doesn't fail, but you accidentally delete a file, or you change a file and want to go back to an earlier version. The other beauty of Time Machine is you can travel back in time and get a file back from before it was deleted, or grab an earlier version back if you
really
file you're
easy.
working on.
Yeah.
How far does that go back?
It's really dependent upon space. So when you back up for the first time, it will capture everything that's there, and essentially it will do something like hourly, daily, monthly, contingent upon space. Things will age out. You'll sort of go to your monthly backups, and the earliest monthly backup will start to age out when it needs to free up more space for newer files.
Now, are the files? I've got a lot of technical questions here about this. Are the files compressed? Or do they back up in a raw format? Do you know?
Backed up in the raw format.
Right.
It ends up as a sparse file bundle, I think, doesn't it, Michael? So you can, if you want to go in and examine the real files, are in there somewhere.
Right. Yeah. So you could do that. You could put that drive into another machine and navigate through
Absolutely.
it. Yeah. Nice. Oh, isn't that good? That sounds good.
To get rid of all that Windows stuff, Glenn, it's all so easy on the Mac.
I'm still getting used to it. Now
where I get caught out, when I use it, if I'm creating an insurance report, and I open it, start changing it, and then save it without thinking, I'm supposed to do a save as instead of a save.
Yeah.
I can just go back and get the original without any problem. It's just things like that.
That's pretty good.
Really quick, easy.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. If I was to do that, I'm a user of Crash Plan, which is online cloud backup. That only backs up at night, so I'd be stuffed if I went save instead of save as. I think I'd be, look out.
But you also got the hassle with something like Crash Plan is it would take forever to get your data back if you were just trying to download
take forever to back it up.
It does.
As well, yeah.
Initially it does.
Yeah.
But it's good. Well, speaking of backups, we'll get over it in a minute. But I've got two local backup. Well, I've got the data on the machine, and then I've got it backed up on hard drives, and then I've got it backed up into Crash Plan. So I'm pretty safe. It was worth the wait. I think I had to, before I was fully backed up, I got 900 gig up in Crash Plan, and I think it's worth the wait. And I think when I started, I had about 600, 700 gig to upload, and it took me pretty much 4 to 5 months to do it. Just easing me way around me monthly cap, and also
that's the other thing.
Yeah, and I was just letting it go from midnight to 6 a.m. You know, so I wasn't destroying my bandwidth through the day. But yeah, it takes a while to upload. But geez, once it's there, you're safe. You got it. You got it under control.
Well, the other thing I do, so apart from my iTunes library and photos and videos, so basically, Word, Excel, those types of things, is I have them on Dropbox. So it's already in the cloud. It's on the local store on my Macs.
Yeah.
And it's backed up with Time Machine. So I guess those types of files are in many locations all at once. And I guess with the new iCloud storage coming back again, so this is a return from the return to the old, isn't it, Michael? Laughing there that I used to have Mobile Me, and I had to move it all to Dropbox because Apple used to have this syncing in place, and it all disappeared. Was that iSync or something like that? What was it?
iSync, it was iSync. Yeah.
So I had to move it all to Dropbox, and now I'm going to move it all back again to iCloud. But Apple seemed to have some attractive prices there. I think that was getting to $5 a month for 200 gig or something. Again, as you're saying, Glenn, lots and lots of things at WWDC. So the more you dissect what was there, there's so many little snippets there in services and integration into the software. It's lots of exciting goodies coming our way.
Yeah, for sure. And I think Michael's picked himself up a nice little goodie by the sounds of it. You've got a new app, Michael, for your phone.
I've had it for ages. And I've used it a lot on trips. I use it all the time on trips. It's called Speed HUD, which is heads-up display. And you just turn it on. because you're going on trips, I have mine plugged in, and you just put it on your dashboard, and it gives you head-up display just to have your speed.
That's good.
And it works like a beauty. It's a dream.
Yeah, right. So does it cater for the 3-digit speeds that you travel?
I thought I did very good just to knock it down to 99 for the photo.
Actually, how did you take that photo?
I was in the passenger seat when that photo was taken.
Oh, okay, right. Right. Yeah,
Google was driving the car and I was in the passenger seat.
Yeah, 99 in a 60 zone's not too bad, I guess.
Yeah. Well, that's what your knees are for, isn't it? That's how you steer.
That's right. Yeah.
While eating a hamburger.
Yeah, eating a hamburger with a dislocated shoulder in one, and then taking selfies in the other.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry.
It's just there. It's really easy. Works great on dark roads, which when you're out on the open road, it's there.
So this is a nighttime thing. I doubt it works at the day.
No, you can still see it during the day. You just turn like that photo there. The screen brightness is turned way down on the phone, but during the day you can turn it right up and still see the numbers. But
it reminds me, that shot you've got there reminds me of that old Atari game. Was it Knight Rider or something? The little car racing game at night. That looks just like that, doesn't it? It's great.
One other trick to be aware of, but is if you've got say you're known to sit on say 115 and 110 zone in the middle of the night. It's very hard to say to the policeman, I didn't know I was doing 115 when he's beside you looking at the speed on the screen.
No, you say, that's not the speed, that's just my heart rate. That's because I'm going this fast, I'm pumping. So that's all right. So, because with the proper HUDs that they're selling these days, they must be really bright to work in the day. So so they're just like extra bright. I would imagine.
Yeah, they're more like a LED thing that shines up from that little gap between the steering wheel and the. Yeah.
So what's the angle? Is this just a reflection off the phone off the dash?
Yeah.
So you've got to place it carefully so you get it up.
Well, you can decide where you want it. You can just move it around. It doesn't have to be right in your line of sight. You can put it over to the side a little bit if you want to. But it just means you don't have to take your eyes off the screen at all.
Now, how have you secured the phone to the dash? For those who have luxurious cars and luxurious dashboard mats, how would you have...
I just have one of those, what are they called?
Like a little...
Just taped it to the fluffy dice.
Like a little rubber mat.
Yeah, the little rubber mat that you would put on your living room table to stop the vase sliding all over the place. And
okay.
Like that. You can get them in different colours. Or
a doily.
But just those anti-slip, anti-slip rubber mats work on the car, even if you've got one of those dash mats.
Right. Yeah.
It'll stop the phone sliding around.
Yeah. Okay.
It just takes just a little bit of weight, and they work really good.
Yeah, I had a couple of those little rubber things. I'm not sure if I've got one here, but I did have a couple. I got them.
Yeah.
I got them from Seagate. Actually, Seagate was tossing them around one at an event I went to, and they're really good.
You put a couple of USB drives up there of everything.
You put everything up there. Things just don't move.
That sort of mat there. It's just
yeah.
It's nothing special about it. It's just a sort of soft rubbery type substance.
Yeah, okay.
But it's not going to slide on the dash, and then this the way of the phone is just going to stop things moving around.
Doesn't take very much at all. Yeah.
Nice work. All right, and what's the name of that app? Seeing that we've just talked about it.
Speed HUD.
Okay, and is it a freebie or it's a costy?
I think it's a freebie. Yeah.
All right, so it just goes off the GPS signal and calculates how fast between point A, point B, and bang,
just does it. Yeah,
you're away. Cool.
It's accurate too.
Can you send an alarm for it? So you go hit 110, it goes beep beep.
Yep.
Oh, that's it. That's my next download. So much. I'm that excited about it. I'm going to end the show and go and do it right now. All right. So, that is the end of the show, coincidentally. So, that's a great little app. I'm into it.
Should have made the photo 50, shouldn't I, instead of 99?
Yeah, well, it looks
something to look forward to.
Oh, you should have made it 110.
It's for demonstrations purposes only.
Yeah.
It was on a test track.
Yes. It would have been better if it was like 190. Maybe you should have photoshopped the one in there. Oh, go, Michael, yeah. All right. So that's it for episode 50.